This week we go flashing back. Ozzie Guillen joined the White Sox in 1985, if you can believe that. And look at its Coop, the pitching guru Coop. He's been around forever and will continue. Robin Ventura, was he young there? About 25 years old. Man, oh man. And we finish up with Michael Jordan. Got the mustache. Check out my website, benkowski.com, for my weekly article and up-to-the-minute trivia sites. From wherever Chicago's sports teams are making news, it's the 29th year of the Perfect Pitch Auto Repair Sports Spotlight. They have tune-ups, transmissions, AC service, engine repair, tire repair, oil changes, and more. 108th and Kedzie. Lansing Floral Shop, open 8 a.m. daily. Custom silk flowers, Bridgewater candles, great flowers, 708-474-1212. A great floral shop, Lansing Floral. You've got to get to the Black Oak at 96th and Pulaski. Great food and drink in my trivia. Alternate Tuesdays at 7 p.m. See you there. With a 30-year Southwest Side tradition, Huck Finn is open 24 hours to serve you with great breakfasts like the Becky Thatcher, soups, great lunches, 1/3 pound burgers, clubs, and much more. Dinners from seafood to steaks to pasta, great donuts, and ice creams. With 3 locations at Archer and Damon, 67th and Pulaski, and 105th and Cicero. Stop in today. You know Huck Finn is open. You've got to get to Dr. Sherman Clay, chiropractor. Gentle adjusting. Most insurance accepted. Massage therapy, too. Walk-ins are welcome. Call 773-324-4325. That's HEAL. Dr. Sherman Clay. You've got to get to the Wise Owl at Van Buren and Racine. Pizzas, pork sliders, Cuban sandwiches, carrot soup, elote, burgers, tacos, salads, and more. Great cocktails and great bartenders. A tremendous array at the Wise Owl, Van Buren and Racine. See you there. You've got to get to Gilhooly's. I'll be doing trivia there Friday, September 28th at 8 p.m. It's a block off Pulaski on 103rd. Right by the St. Xavier campus. Music, movies, TV, sports, and your requests. I'll see you at Gilhooly's. They have great food and drink, too, by the way. Did I tell you about that? A lot of good things happening over there on 103rd Street, just across the street from St. Xavier. Well, I got my typical good position in front of Ozzie for the Ozzie Guillen Fest. And we start off the questioning with about the pitching staff.
Giving Vizquel a shot, not a shot, but a game to hit second base. What's your view of Gordon right now with the way he's?
The only thing I worry about Gordon, the only thing I worry about is strike out a lot. You know, he went through a lot of tough time last year. He will overcome, come back, be a player we thought he was going to be. But right now, you know, I think he's strike out kind of few times, and then that worries me. But besides that, nothing at all. You know, that's a part of the game. You got to be like that. Vizquel, because I need him to use him because the way he swing the bat. We went with him in the lineup yesterday. I tried to put him back in the lineup, same way with McPherson.
You were always known as a contact hitter. Is this a one situation where you might give Walk a break and you might talk to Gordon a little bit about?
I talk to my hitters. I have plenty of confidence in my pitching, my hitting coach, my pitching coach, my first base coach. That's why I got those guys. And when you're a manager, you try to cover all the scenarios. Then you're not doing the job, or you're not letting anybody doing the job. I think Greg Walken. I know I have faith. No, I like what he teach. I like what he talk. We just players, and no, I stay away. And besides that, I was Harold Baines on mine. You know, it's Hall of Fame is a hitter. Me, and what the hell I got to say? Don't strike out much. I was different type of player, and I think different type of hitter. But now everybody has a responsibility here, and I let everyone go about their business the best way they can be.
Ozzie, I realize it's early in the year, but is this
early? I hear that 2 months ago.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like God.
Is this the most important game you played to date because it's a 2-game sweep?
Today?
That you
No.
play the Indians and you get up to 8
No,
games?
it's only the only thing is important for us. We play against our division, and we play against the team leading the division. It's not important. What's the matter with sweeping today? And all of a sudden we go to Cleveland and we get swept. I mean, we got to take it one at a time. Make sure we hit better than we did yesterday. Make sure we continue to play the war and just don't worry about what happened yesterday. So every day is a different day, but every game for us, when you are in the position we are, every game is very important because I think we don't want to lose ground. But meanwhile, this game means a lot. Yes, it means a lot to go because we win. But this game going to decide the championship or we go win the division. No, we want to win this game because what we come here for.
You start interleague play Friday, and that's what really kicked you guys going last year. Do you look at it the same way that a chance to? I mean, you've done pretty well over the years.
Over the years, we played pretty good against them. That's what I say. That mean anything. I mean, we play different ball clubs, different cities. I think we're having fun doing it. But last year we kicked in right when we go to play against them. Hopefully, that help us a little bit. That help us a little bit to get what we want to get. But meanwhile, we play pretty good ball clubs. We play Dodgers. I think we play Colorado. We play the Super Cubs. Again, why we don't play only 3 games against the Cubs every year? 3 here and 3 there. Don't worry. But I think every year is very difficult for us to play against anyone. And that's the way we look at it. Hopefully, we continue to play the way we did in the past, and hopefully, we can get some ground.
What was your thought process last night with Peavy in terms of pitch count as the innings went on?
He won the game. I was happy how he was throwing. I was very excited. It feel great. He asked me he want to finish the game. Santos being overused a little bit more. That's why I have Thornton in the back him up just in case something happened. But the way he talked to me and the way we see he was throwing the ball, that's why I would feel comfortable to leave him on the mound.
And we'll have more on the Spotlight right after these important messages. And more Ozzy next week, of course. You've got to get to Lansing Floral Shop. Open at 8 a.m. daily. Besides a great array of live flowers, they have custom silks, Bridgewater candles. They want you to plan your parties early on a wide delivery area. They're located at 3420 Ridge Road in Lansing, or you can call 708-474-1212. Weddings, funerals, birthdays, anniversaries, and guys, try the No Reason flower. Believe me, it works. Lansing Floral Shop. Give them a call, 708-474-1212. Kim G. Sherman, psychotherapist, Desplaines Wellness Center. Therapy for individuals, couples, families. Call 847-962-4849. I've known Kim for over 20 years. She is a true professional, and she will help you. Give her a call. Family Dentist, Lawrence Furland, EDS, 109th and Kedzie, crowns, veneers, cleanings, improving your smile. They do a great job. Call 773-233-7044. Excellent work, impeccable. Call the Family Dentist, 773-233-7044. They did a great job for me, and they'll do a great job for you. You've got to get to Shelton Fireworks, the world's largest warehouse, off Interstate 94, exit 22B in Porter, Indiana. Row after row of the best fireworks anywhere, from the little ones to the grand finales that'll end your show. Birthdays, anniversaries, graduations, in addition to the 4th of July. Just get over there to Shelton Fireworks now. Then you can reload by the time summer comes. Shelton Fireworks, I-94, exit 22B in Portage. We'll break down those starting pitchers one more time. And Don Cooper starts with Freddie Garcia, who amazingly has added the split finger pitch.
But he wasn't pitching up to the level where everybody knew he could be. And I'm somewhere right around the All-Star break. He started to feel better and better. And I think now we're starting to see more and more results from him. One thing I say is he was walking around the mound a lot early in the year. And he told me he had to do that because he needed to get his arm back. in between pitches. He physically wasn't feeling as good as you'd like a guy to feel. And then with all that being said, he feels much better now. So, and plus again, he was embarrassed. He's a prideful guy, that wants to do well all the time. And he didn't like where his numbers were at, his hits to innings, his earned run average. He knew he was better than that. And now feeling good, he wanted to get after it, and he has been.
How about Javi Vasquez? It seems like a different story there, because he could be brilliant for 5 or 4, and then that one bad inning would flare up. Yet he's been able to put together some 7-8 inning stints and be dominant.
Javi's a little different story. Javi is pitched very, very good in a lot of situations, and he's had, like you said, some bad innings. Not unlike John Garland 2 years ago, if you remember. We had to wipe that out. But, to his credit, he didn't get down. He didn't lose confidence. He just kept working harder. And, we've made a couple of adjustments, in his delivery and mechanics. Nothing really to talk about now. It bore the listeners. But, I feel as good about him since the All-Star break as I have all year.
Why did it seem that he could dominate 2 times through the lineup, but the 3rd time through is where the trouble seemed?
I think part of it was delivery. And, early in the game when you're strong, and your stuff is strong. As the game was going on, he was making more mistakes, and it wasn't the arm getting tired; it was the legs that didn't want to get in the correct positions, and it would breed more mistakes. Now I believe with what we're doing and what he's doing, it's going to create more quality pitches. And make no mistake about it, when a guy does good, he's throwing enough quality pitches, which means location 1, movement 2, stuff 3, and now as the game goes on, he's able to do that longer.
Now, John Garland is an example of somebody you probably just want to leave him alone and not even talk to him. Is that what you've done?
I would like to leave, when a guy's going good, you just want to stay out of the way and don't trip him up. He had his poorer moments, let's say, in spring training and early in the season. And again, he was not feeling good. His shoulder wasn't feeling good. And then, I can remember the day, and I remember where it happened in Detroit. We were having a sideline early in the year, and he turned to me and said, now I feel like I did in Los Angeles last year, meaning the LCS, which was music to my ears. And since then, he's been very, very good, so now I just stay out of the way.
Can you give me a few seconds on Jose Contreras? And he's been a man of 2 seasons.
Well, the 2 seasons where he was I don't know if anybody in baseball was going as good as he was for the first 9 games. I want to say he was 9-0 or something like that, or somewhere like that. And then he hurt his back. And we've been trying to get back to that spot since the back. And he's shown us glimpses here and there, but nowhere near the consistency that he had during that 17-game streak. But that 17-game streak comes around, once in a while. He was that good. But he's still a very, very quality pitcher, and he's been throwing better, and we need him to continue to do that. I know he had a tough outing out in Anaheim, but it really came down, Oakland, but it came down to a couple pitches. Jose's still a quality guy, and we're going to get him back. And he's 2 wins off. He's 2 wins off right now where he was last year in 2005, and he missed 2 starts because of that back.
It seems like Jose sometimes, when he gets in a little trouble, he starts playing around with the arm angle a little more and maybe fishing. No,
it's not that. It's just that he does the quality pitches. When the ball was supposed to be down and away the other day to Frank Thomas, it was down and in. That's a hot spot for Frank, and he hit a 3-run homer, and we're in trouble. But it came down to location, and it always does.
Last but not least, Mark Buehrle. And although he's had strong innings, the one inning has seemed to be troublesome, and I don't know if he's working as quickly as he has. Is he off his own pace?
Well, no. You know what? When he's getting people out on a regular basis, it almost seems like, boy, it's working quicker. It's working. When guys get on base and the runners are on, and it always seems to slow down no matter who's pitching. There just seems to be more runners on base for him this year than last year, and he's trying to work at the same pace, same rhythm and tempo. And for Mark, it comes down to 2, same thing. Each one of our guys, I think, has had a spell where they've lost a little bit of the aggressiveness, confidence, and the command. But the confidence being the big thing. And I think they fought through that a lot. Burrell's trouble right now seems to be the first inning, and getting out of that first. He seems to be giving up runs in the first, but once he gives up those runs, he seems to be better. But, it doesn't matter where the tough inning comes, whether it's the first for Burrells or the 6th for, like Javi. We've got to fight through that, and I think they have. I think they're showing signs more and more. But let's face it, right now we're under some time constraints.
Last question. Have you recalled a pennant race that you've been involved in that came down to the final days like this, where you really had to essentially put on a streak to make it in?
Yeah, last year. I mean, remember, we had to get on a streak. Remember, everybody thought we were going to be the 64 Phillies. They were trying to bury us. A lot of people have buried us already. But in my world, we still have a chance until somebody proves to me mathematically we can't.
With a 30-year Southwest Side tradition, Huck Finn is open 24 hours to serve you with great breakfasts like the Becky Thatcher, soups, great lunches, 1/3 pound burgers, clubs, and much more. Dinners from seafood to steaks to pasta, great donuts, and ice creams. With 3 locations at Archer and Damon, 67th and Pulaski, and 105th and Cicero. Stop in today. You know Huck Finn is open. Go play at Red Shoes Billiards, 12009 South Pulaski in Alsip, featuring 16 Brunswick Gold Crown pool tables, drop fluorescent lighting fixtures, and the fabulous Braid of Cloth. Call 708-388-3700. And now video gaming is available at Red Shoes from open till close. And don't forget, the Illinois Lottery too. That's Red Shoe Billiards, 12009 South Pulaski. You've got to get to the Sock Live Minkowski Trivia, alternate Thursdays at 8 p.m. 93rd and Roberts Road. Great game, great people. Check out the Sock. I think you'll be glad you did when you go to my trivia game every other Thursday. 8 p.m., 93rd and Roberts Road. Perfect Pitch Auto Repair at 108th and Kedzie does tune-ups, transmission, AC service, engine repair, tire repair, oil changes, and emission system repair. They're open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., and they've done a great job for me. Perfect Pitch Auto Repair at 108th and Kedzie. You've got to get to Papa Joe's new location, 5900 West 111th Street. Italian beef, tetrazzini, great pizza, Parmesan, ravioli, and more. All my classic choices. New location, and they can still deliver into the city. Get to Papa Joe's. We're back in the spotlight on the streets of Chicago, on Halsted to be exact, and it's time to talk some White Sox baseball. Just a few days ago, I got a chance to talk to Robin Ventura before he had his back trouble, but it's an on-again, off-again thing, and he is okay. But he was in particularly good spirits when I caught him at New Comiskey Park with a wide-ranging interview discussing everything from his hitting to, well, a commercial sponsor. Let's go to New Comiskey and talk to Robin.
The weather kind of warmed up a little bit. It's tough hitting when it's cold, but you know, it's been that way the last 2 years when I started out in batting third and then ended up batting second. So, you know, I don't know the reason.
No explanation. What about, I mean, if you're batting second, theoretically, you're getting more fastballs.
You're on a close-up here. You're on a close-up. You told me you wouldn't do that. She told me she wouldn't do that.
You know, we made the mistake of plugging in this TV set so Robin could see, and this is what happens. He starts taking over the show. But I hand you the mic in a second. About the batting order and fastballs, you got to be getting more.
Not really. I mean, they're really the same from batting third. I think Frank's the only one that hurts, that, you know, gets hurt on me being on in front of him, is that I'm not going anywhere. So, you know, he has to deal with that. But, I mean, I had Steve and Tim in front of me no matter what, and, you know, I'm getting the same pitches.
Well, you know, one thing about Robin that I always like, you know, whether he's hitting 250 or 340, he seems to take the same attitude. And
340?
Well, there have been weeks where you've had 340 weeks. I mean, certainly over a short span of time. But you do take things on an even keel. And I mean, is that something that was taught to you at a young age, or is that just your general personality?
I guess that's just a general dull personality. I don't know, but, you know, that's just the way I've done it.
Well, I mean, I think it's a compliment for baseball, because this is one sport, you know, with 162 games, you can't get 2 up or 2 down about an 0 for 4 or a 4 for 4.
Yeah, I think, you know, it's one of those things where you can go out the next day and pick yourself back up. So, you know, it's easier to do than a pitcher having to wait 5 days.
That's true. Well, you know, talking about your team getting hot again, the thing that I'm trying to figure out is, you know, what element of your team surprises you? I mean, certainly you knew the pitching would come around, talented people, you got good hitters, but with Guillen and Fisk out, the amount of time they were out, who emerged to you as somebody who was maybe a surprise that you didn't expect to really play as well as they have?
I think Craig's played better than everybody really expected of him, and the pitchers, the McCaskill, they've done well, and I think moreover the team leadership with George kind of taking control of a lot of things. I mean, he struggled early, but he still knew he was going to do good this year, so it wasn't something that bothered him. And I think he kept everybody going. That we can still play a lot better than this. And Pudge was still around, and he had that attitude that we're going to get better, and we know we're good. So let's keep going.
You bring up an interesting point. I mean, I've seen George here joking with our crew and joking with people, and he has a real interesting, lighthearted sense of humor that maybe some people don't see. He's actually gotten sort of a media bad rap as not being the friendliest guy, and I don't know if it's the media doesn't understand his sense of humor, but you say he's been sort of a clubhouse leader.
I think so. I think we just knew the things that we've heard in the news, but I think he's been a total surprise for the guys on this team, and I think he's a great guy, great for the team. So I think that was really a great addition when we got him. And, plus he's a great player. So I mean, there's only good things there.
Yeah, certainly somebody to bat behind you and Frank has emerged with several game-winning hits during this streak. I was showing your manager that if you win a game, 2 games in every 3-game series and 3 out of every 4, you'll win 100 games in the year. How do you think that would fare against Minnesota and Oakland?
I'd say we'd be in the running. That's really, we've kind of left ourselves in that position where we're going to have to do that. We're going to have to, win every series, and if you don't, you're going to have to sweep series. So, it kind of loses the luxury of being able to slip a little bit by our start. But I think we're playing good enough baseball that we can do that.
To wrap up, I'm kind of interested in how you feel your role has emerged on the club. Obviously you're a young player, but with Fisk and Bell and some other veterans around, you're not going to figure to be the vocal take charge guy, but being a key player in the lineup and with a Gold Glove under your belt now, a lot of accolades have come to you earlier in your career. Do you feel a few of the young players occasionally coming over to you and looking for, maybe they're almost afraid to approach a Bell or Fisk, but they can come to you?
No, I don't think so. I just go out and play. I mean, when you got the guys that we have on this team, I don't have to worry about being some kind of leader or anything like that. I can just go play, and I don't think anybody's afraid to go up to those guys. They've kind of left the door open for anybody to talk to them, so it's not really a problem for me because I just feel the same as when I first came up. Just go out and play, and that everything else takes care of itself.
Numbers are falling where they may. Final question: if you could kind of look into the future and pick where your club would stand a month after the All-Star break, let's say August 15th, would you rather be in first place, being chased, or would you rather be close with a chance to take over?
I'd rather be in first place. I think we have a good enough team that we could pull away, but that's going to be yet to be seen. I think either place will be all right, and I think we keep playing the way we are. We'll be in good shape.
Well, with the dynamic duo of Robin and the Big Hurt, you'll see the White Sox putting on that move as we approach the All-Star break. And we'll be back with more in the Spotlight right after what, Robin?
A word from the grandstand where you can find everything that we wear.
Beautiful. You've got to get to Black Oak at 96th and Pulaski for great food and drink and my trivia game. Alternate Tuesdays at 7 p.m. It's a great place in every facet. And I will see you at the Black Oak Tuesday. Lenny Q's in the Lansing Airport. Trivia, alternate Tuesdays, 7 p.m. Daily food and drink specials. Just go to the helicopter and go about 30 yards east and you're there. 194th and Burnham. Perfect Pitch Auto Repair at 108th and Kedzie is great. Tune-ups, transmissions, AC service, engine repair, tire repair, oil changes. They're open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. They do a great job for me, and they'll do a great job for you. They're quick, and they don't charge an arm and a leg. Perfect Pitch Auto Repair, 108th and Kedzie. Trivia will be at the Sock. Alternate Thursdays at 8 p.m. 93rd and Roberts Road. Great food, great drink, great people. Everything great. You've got to get to the Gaslight Bar and Grill. Daily food and drink specials. Taco Tuesday, fish fry Friday. Homemade burger, soup, and salad. 5130 West 95th Street in Oak Lawn. And my trivia games coming on alternate Saturdays. Reggie's is a great place with tons of music, interesting people and staff, great food and drink at 21st and State. And amongst the cool things they have, Benkowski Trivia. All shows are now Monday at 6 p.m. Reggie's, 21st and State, a fun place. Michael Jordan, very emotional at his last press conference. Listen to his voice waver.
No questions, I leave. No. I wanted to be really short, get it over with, and obviously the fans had their different things in mind, and I guess they felt if I say something, then
He's talking about the ovation at the beginning of the game that lasted about 4 minutes and required him to talk to the fans before they'd stop cheering.
I'm pretty sure they could have went longer, but I'm glad for the ovation that they gave me. And believe me, I feel proud that I represented them over the years that I played here. They inspired me for many years, and they gave me a great appreciation, and I have the same for them.
Michael, looking around the crowd and the banners up top, did you allow yourself at all while that was going on to reminisce?
I did that before here. I mean, once I got here, I started focusing on the game, obviously, and I got a lot of memories to think about. You can't, in such a short amount of time, you can't think about them all. You can reminisce. I reminisced a little bit before the game with Johnny Red and Paxson, Neil. It was just fun just to sit back and think about a lot of different things and see that those guys are still supporting, still doing everything that they did when I was here. So it's good to see them.
Your thoughts on just having it end the way it did, the loss, the way you played?
The loss is not fun. Obviously, the Bulls had more energy tonight, and they played better. And we just seemed like we were in a fog. We never really got into a rhythm. And myself, I never got into a rhythm tonight. And for whatever reason, it wasn't a good ending in terms of not winning. But good things come to an end. This will not ruin what my career basically stood for, or what my second or third return has been. So. It's just a game. Unfortunately, we lost, and we move on.
In the previous games, it had been said that you had put the defensive padlock on Jalen Rose. Was it his turn tonight to take you down?
I don't think either one of us is in a great rhythm, and I wouldn't take the credit that I stopped him.
Those 90s, thank you, Michael. They were the greatest. You've got to get to Moods Bar and Grill. Exit 19 off Interstate 94, Portage, Indiana. I do live trivia there every other Wednesday. They have great food and drink, a very fun vibe. Located in the Portage Mall, in the middle of town. You got to check out Moods. Take a little road trip to the Bar and Grill. It's only 19 minutes into Indiana. Live trivia. I'll see you there. This week's show has been brought to you by the Perfect Pitch Auto Repair Shop. They do it all at 108th and Kedzie. Huck Finn, a great wide-ranging menu, along with donuts and ice cream. Open 24 hours at Archer and Damon, 67th and Pulaski, and 105th and Cicero. Imprint Graphics, leaders in booklet, perfect bound, saddle stitch. Very competitive pricing. Call 708-396-1010.